Smaller solutions, the smaller solar solutions for big problems, presented by Alison Duguid and Lindsay McAneney.
Today my partner Lindsay and I will be exploring Timor-Leste's electrification problem and how smaller solutions can help eliminate health issues created by them. Our aim is to eradicate all cooking-related deaths in Timor-Leste, in particular those due to smoke inhalation. On the 20th of May 2002, Timor-Leste was declared an independent state, and since then the country has faced much hardship, including its problem with electrification in poverty areas. These poverty areas aren't only deprived of electricity, but they also cannot afford clean fuel cooking materials, resulting in them resorting to inefficient fuel wood cooking. In the past, there have been programs in place by the Timor government to try and increase the access of electricity around the country. Although this has been relatively effective in largely populated areas, there has been little success in the smaller areas. Most of these programs have failed due to lack of funding and their inability to rebuild all of the lost infrastructure destroyed in the Timor-Leste wars periods. The government and other companies have tried to introduce LPG cooking apparatuses into remote areas. However, cooking costs of these ovens are too high for people to afford and support. The solar cooker created by smaller solutions has eliminated any running costs, making it more practical for poverty-stricken areas. The main cultural issue will be convincing people that smaller cooker is a cheap and safe way to cook food. Usually people in rural areas resort to wood fuel cooking as it is extremely cheap and easy to manage. However, very few people are aware of the health-related issues entailed when being exposed to regular quantities of smoke. The first step in implementing the smaller cooker into Timor-Leste's culture is by educating people on how it works, its simplicity, its free cost to run, and the risks of current wood fuel cooking techniques. Simple tutorials have been created to cover all of these issues, which eliminates the problems of cultural awareness. That the only other thing that needs to be addressed is cultural acceptance. Through explaining the advantages of the smaller cooker, this should also be a simple task. However, the first target group should be the respected elders or leaders of the group. Once this person is on board, the rest of the rural area should follow the smaller cookers. The main environmental issue is the lack of sunlight due to monsoonal weather. Although Timor-Leste is usually a sunny tropical environment, it does experience reduced sunlight during wet weather seasons for long periods of time. To eradicate this issue, not only does the solar cooker hold heat for extended periods of time, it also comes up with a backup battery, once again with the energy stored by solar panels. This battery has the ability to produce enough power to cook for over 20 hours. The smaller cooker also has been created to withstand extreme weather with a robust heavy frame and minimal external gauges that may be easily broken. In the past, solar panel solutions seemed economically impractical and non-viable. However, with the ever-growing demand for solar systems, the products are becoming cheaper and cheaper. The cost of rebuilding all of the lost infrastructure, redistributing power throughout Timor-Leste, and paying staff to maintain the infrastructure would be extreme. If mass-produced, the solar cooker created has the ability to be a quick, cheap alternative to the current way of cooking in rural areas for the government. The cost of creating access to energy to remote areas, as well as providing the appropriate cooking apparatuses to decrease smoke inhalation through cooking, is far greater than small, simply supplying towns with self-sufficient solar cookers. You may be thinking that undereducated people may struggle with using such an advanced piece of machinery, but the smaller cooker has been created with great simplicity so that anyone can use it. There is no complicated wiring or dials. Simply place the cooker in the brightest patch of sunlight possible and the machine will do the rest. Maintenance-wise, it is completely waterproof on the inside, making it easy to clean after use. The smaller cooker has a lifetime warranty, as it is theoretically will never break down due to the reliability of solar panels and its simple design. If there is an issue, the machine comes with visual aids to help solve any problem that may arise, such as limited sunlight resulting in not enough power or any other issues. I will now pass you over to Lindsay, who is here to discuss the practicality of the solar cooker, its economic viability, and how the cooker works.
To the solar box cooker. The solar box cooker consists of a lid that is made of solar rubber matting, similar to the kind that you may find on house roofs. It is the main conductor and storage of heat. The hinges allow for the opening and closing of the lid when it is not in use. Aluminium sheeting is the material used for the main body of the cooker. It is both lightweight and durable. It also stores heat within the box. Bricks and rocks are used for extra heat storage and also as a base to place the cooking pots and pans. The box is then painted black both inside and out to gain heat quicker and store it longer. The inclusion of wheels allows for the movement of the solar box cooker around the community. As you can see, the original price was not at all feasible or affordable. Due to this price, many changes were made to the original design. To bring down the price to become more affordable and achievable, materials from the original design had to be substituted for cheaper generic options. The original solar panel lid was replaced by solar rubber matting, and the stainless steel body was replaced by aluminium sheeting. All the other materials remained the same. These changes resulted in a more achievable final cost. Limitations and constraints for the design include total reliance on the sun for its use. Some days, especially during the wet season, the sun may not show for a number of days. The rubber matting will not last forever and will need to be replaced every 10 to 15 years due to general wear and tear. There is a fear that the cooker may not be accepted within the community, which still has a strong sense of tradition. And lastly, installing an education program for the use of the cooker could be problematic, with some individuals not wanting to learn and finding members who are willing to volunteer their time to teach. But the benefits of the design far outweigh its limitations. The cooker reduces the need to burn biomass, reducing the need to collect wood and coal on a daily basis. It is environmentally friendly, relying only on the sun for its use. With the inclusion of wheels, it is totally transportable and can be moved around the community. Its design and materials used to make the cooker allow it to be durable and able to withstand extreme heat and rain. And lastly, it reduces smoke inhalation in the households of the Kodo community, creating a healthier environment for the individuals. In the first photo, the cooker is shown with its lid down, allowing the rubber matting to gain heat from the sun. The second photo depicts how the cooker will look when it is in use. The lid is up and the cooking pan can be placed either on the bricks or on the rocks. Heat from the sun is gained and stored within the solar cooker. This heat increases due to the black paint and bricks on the inside. This heat increases to such a temperature that allows safe cooking on the pot or pan that is placed inside. Our design endeavours to reduce the vulnerability of smoke inhalation within the household community of Kodo. These cookers reduce the need to burn biomass such as wood and charcoal, which produces high levels of indoor air pollution, resulting in an increased number of respiratory diseases. The design meets the 5 main requirements which allow it to be both beneficial and sustainable. And most importantly, it promotes cleaner air within the households of Kodo.